To go.
Hey, my name is David Dillmore, and I'm attempting a yo-yo through hike of the AT this year, so that's where I go all the way northbound to Maine and then turn around and come all the way southbound. So it'll be like 44-ish 100 miles over the next 8 to 10 months.
Awesome, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And what made you decide to do that, or what inspired you?
I don't know. I guess I've always just kind of been excessive, and so as if through hike wasn't already excessive enough.
Right, if the triathlons weren't enough and the 100-mile bike rides.
I think I originally thought of like, why don't I do the Florida Trail into the Appalachian Trail? And then I started researching the Florida Trail, like growing up in Florida. It just didn't seem that exciting to me, like walking through the swamp and stuff. So I was like, well, how else can I do more? And then I came across the yo-yo.
No, excellent. Very cool. And do you have any social medias you want to
I do.
shout out?
I'm on Instagram and YouTube at david.dillmore.
David.Dillmore. And if you YouTube them and you search yo-yo, you should be able to find them. Yeah, well, thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure to meet you.
All right.
We're here at Springer Mountain Shelter. It's a really big shelter, well, at least campsite altogether. So we are obviously right here, and there's all these campsites all around. Past the spring, if you go across it, there's about 6 other ones. Yeah, it's a really pretty shelter. It's double-decker. Got the nice window out there. See the sunrise. It's not too bad. All right, day 2, guys. About 2.5 miles in, just had second breakfast or first lunch. I brought a Hot Pocket into the woods. I just smashed half of it. It's about 250 calories. Yeah, just past Michael, the young man I met earlier. What a fascinating person. He's out here leading medical technology work conferences. He was sending an email just a second ago. Yeah, how inspiring. I also passed a couple that we camped by last night. A little bit older, and the young lady, it's her first time camping out in the real woods, or second time hiking. First time like camping doing this. Yeah, it was nice to meet you guys. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but good luck. And let's keep going. Seems to be a pretty easy hike leaving the shelter the first 3 miles. 50 feet down. Excuse me, 50 feet up, 100 feet down, 100 feet up, 300 feet down style. So my plan originally was to stay at Hawk Mountain Shelter, 7.5 miles away, because the shelter after that is twice as distance, about 15 miles. But I'm feeling pretty good, I'm feeling fresh. So we'll see how the day goes. I let it get a little late, it's 10:43, but I have 6 hours of hiking light left. Should be able to pump out 12 miles. We'll see. I just ran into Peaks for Pounds on trail. She has a YouTube channel who coincidentally kind of inspired me to come out a little early. I saw there was already people on trail and I was like, hey, let's go. So yeah, it was a pleasure to meet her. She's just as awesome and sweet as she is in her videos. Very, you know, encouragement and all that good stuff. So Peaks for Pounds, if you ever see this, it was awesome meeting you. Good luck. Nice little bridge, beautiful, crystal clear stream. Water tastes just as good as it looks. Look at those old growth, gorgeous. What a beautiful day. Whew. Thank the Lord, I'm so grateful to be here. Oh man, this is so beautiful everywhere. about 3 miles from Hawk Mountain Shelter. So we'll see how things look when we get there. So there's Stove Creek. We're about 3.75 miles from Springer Mountain Shelter. And here's this nice little stealth spot right next to this beautiful creek. And the elevation is 2,500 feet, so we're 1,000 feet lower. It feels much warmer. It's like there's one tent spot over there and maybe another one over here. Not very big, but definitely if you're hiking in late, it'll be good in a pinch. Again, beautiful crystal clear water in this creek. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, beautiful waterfall. Got some day hikers passing by. It's gorgeous, yeah. Prettier than I expected. It's a big campsite up the trail a little bit. Some graffiti right here. Very nice. Just got done hanging out at the waterfall, chatted with Lazy Boy for a little while. It's a retired firefighter. Decided to come out here and unretire for a little bit. But just about 100 yards from the falls, back near the trail, there's this nice campsite here. Big fire pit. And some tent spots over there. Looks like some more tent spots on the ridge up here. But yeah, this would be a nice hangout spot. It is very cold due to the wind coming off those falls. But once it warms up, man, talk about a nice spot. Setting up there, having dinners by the waterfall. Have to come back and visit. It's back to the green tunnel for us. All right, we're about 5 miles in for today. It's about noon. And I just ran across this gentleman named Speed Bump. Speed Bump, walking with this, hiking with this dog. Gets his name because people slow down when they see him because they usually chat, and I can see why. Man, I could have talked with that guy for another 10 minutes at least. But Speed Bump, if you ever see this, it was a pleasure to meet you, brother. All right. Let's keep the adventure going. The trail's about 20 feet away, and about 40 feet this way, looks like there's an opening of some sort. Check this out. Oh wow, the sun. The sun. Pretty. The sun feels amazing. Oh my goodness. Ah, it feels good. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I wonder what this is. Right in front of this little grassland, little prairie thing, there is a sign, which I'm assuming is corresponding to this area, saying that it was planted for wildlife when there was like different types of grasses that are edible for the local population. That's cool. No camping here. That sun felt fucking incredible. Holy moly. Guacamole. Let's see. There's a little clearing up here. Feeling pretty good. There's a mile left to the next shelter, and it's a little past noon. It's taking me 3 hours to get here, which means once I get to the next shelter, it's gonna take me about 3 hours to finish the hike up to Gooch Shelter. So, looks like I got off trail for a little bit. I was following this gravestone. Look at this. Hickory Flat School, 1850 to 1915, in memory of Dallas M. Wood. He taught here 1903. Wow. A little bit ago, wasn't it? 120 years. Lovely. Shed for cemetery. Leave no trace. Looks like it's a preview up ahead. Shed and cemetery. I don't think I'm gonna go that way. It's like a creepy ass sign. Keep going on the trail. Alright, we're about 8 miles in, and we came across this nice little water source with a beautiful cascading stream. Love it. Look at that. So pretty. So I was gonna stop at Hawk Mountain Shelter, but it was only about 12:30. So I guess we're doing 15 miles today. Alright, it's day 3, huh? It's where a Ridge Runner stayed last night. She was really, really cool. Her name's Monarch, class of 2022, I believe. 2023. She was unofficially telling us there's some trail magic down the road a little bit, which I'm looking forward to. But, time for a preview rating. Didn't get the first one, but the previews in Georgia kind of look like this. Not very impressive. Hello. No locks. But no one can really see you, so I guess it's all good. And you get that beautiful view. Nice. Just had a nice long talk. It's about 30-40 minutes on, you know, world events, politics, a lot of the Middle East, with a gentleman named Bob, who's a ex-combat Marine, or excuse me, he's a ex-Army combat engineer. Totally different, my apologies. And yeah, man, very well versed in politics, world history. And I was there with Peaks for Pounds, and she is very well versed in, she had visited Israel and such, and she was talking about that. It was a fun conversation. It was definitely one of those, felt like I should get going, but there's no way I was gonna give up an opportunity to have a rich conversation like that. So very grateful to you guys, and let's about 9:30 keep hiking down this trail about a half a mile, and we're gonna reach trail magic. Oh, yes, let's go. Real quick, I'm not sure if this is a tip or not, but this is what I use to kind of judge how much water I'm gonna need on a hike. Back before I had a kid, did ultra marathon, believe it or not. Never finished 100, but did all of them up to 100. And while doing research on how to hydrate and nourish your body properly during a race, I read some studies, or links to studies, that said that your body's able to process 4 ounces of water every 15 minutes. Or sorry, I believe it's every 15 minutes, which means that every hour you can process 16 ounces of water, or 1 bottle of water, if you will. One of the small ones. And which means for me, if I'm gonna do a 2-hour hike, I'm gonna need 1 liter of water. So it's 6.6 miles to the next water source, and I've been averaging about 2 miles an hour. So I packed 2 liters of water, which would give me 4 hours total of running time or hike time. And 4 hours should be plenty of time to do 6.6 miles. That's kind of how I judge how much water I need. Everybody's different, but not that different. So that felt like that was a good marker to go off of. As far as calories go, I also saw that your body is able to process 250 calories per hour. So as long as you're getting in, you know, a few bites, 200 calories every hour, you should have enough electrolytes and calories and glycogen to get you powered through. One big tip as far as stomach aches go, it did show in the study that, or this article that I read, if you mix artificial sweeteners with real sweeteners, sugars and such, it could cause bloating and stomach discomfort. So it's definitely something, if you're gonna do that, it's definitely something to test out on shakedown hikes. But yeah, it's a little story time for Martin. There's a gap. I can hear the people. All right, 9:50, just refilled on water. I'm kind of crawling so far. It was about it's about a 6.6 mile huff until the next water source. And it seems like we're gonna have a lot of elevation gain and elevation dropping. 1,500 feet up, 1,000 feet down, a few times. All the way to Gooch Gap, which is where I'm going today. Gooch Shelter. No, wait, no. That's only 7 miles. We'll see where I go after that. But yeah, stay tuned. Pull up on some trail magic soon. Here we go. It's a celebrations beat. With Stan the Man, provided this awesome trail magic. And you through hiked in 2022?
2022.
And
correct.
You vlogged it as well.
Yeah, I did.
How can we find you?
Stan the Man Hikes.
Stan the Man Hikes on YouTube.
Yep.
And then there goes our favorite ridge runner, Monarch. And she hiked the whole trail in 2022 with Stan and her dog, which was super cool.
Traveling with Tanya.
Yep. And then we have a celebrity here.
No, yes, she is.
Peaks or Pounds, you know.
Hey, yo.
We've been talking and hanging out today. It's been so much fun.
It's been fun.
Lazy boy. It's nice meeting you guys. Hope to see you guys up the trail. And thank you so much, Stan.
Hey, let me get my camera.
Cool.
I'm going to get a picture of all of it.
Yeah. All right, we're 5.5 miles in, 2 hours hiking, 2 hours and 23 minutes. It's a nice little stealth spot. Again, 5 miles. And it's 5.35 miles from Hawk Shelter. It's flat and oversees that stream down there. It's fucking gorgeous. It's 12:10. We've gone about 3 miles. We're pulling up on Cooper's Gap now. Today was definitely the first day where it's like, boom, here's the Appalachian Trail, good luck. It's slow going relatively. I've been averaging about 2 miles an hour. Body's holding up well, but yeah, I'm excited to get this going. So I'm 21 miles away from mountain crossing, Neal's Gap. So I'm assuming I haven't decided. The shelter was 7 miles from my last location, which is kind of a short day, but it would be an additional 7 miles to the shelter after that. And I don't have a bear line because I'm an idiot, so I can't just camp wherever I would like responsibly. So I think, I don't know, I might post up at this next upcoming shelter, even though it's so early, and then just make a 13-mile day tomorrow into mountain crossings. Or, I don't know, keep going, we'll see. It's still pretty early, it's only noon. And look at these guys How adorable. Hi. Sorry. We are at the Gooch Mountain Shelter. What do we got here? Oh boy. Kurt von Segern. Oh man. Yeah, it's nice. Double decker. Not bad. Little mouse nest. Little stream crossing here. Oh, let's see if we can get this. And we'll go from here to here. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. And we're going up to the campsite. We'll check it out. Beautiful cascading seas. Gorgeous. It's pretty wicked ice formations here. Nice big icicles. Yeah, it was pretty brutal this morning. Super cold, but it's been turning out to be quite, man, what a beautiful day. Completely beautiful. Let's check this out. I love how this looks. Here. Like the water bubbles. Get out of this water. Oh shit. Whew. No, yeah, it was pretty brutal this morning, but we got out of camp. We're going, and it is warming up quite a bit. Probably the first, what I would call, warm day. Although I think I'm just starting to acclimatize. I'm thinking about doing, I don't know, 10 miles at least. Maybe stretching it to 15 though, depending on how we feel. I'm glad I was able to see those. That's really pretty. Met up with some people yesterday. Met Ray, Sarge, Critter. Those guys are super cool, really nice. They seem to be hiking a similar pace as me, so I have a feeling I'm gonna be bumping into them a bunch. The past few days have been pretty brutal weather-wise. A gentleman named Bob, his wife was gonna pick him up at Jared Gap, but it was closed for some reason or another. And so he had to hike over Blood Mountain, and he was only expecting to do I'm just getting tired here, to do a 7-mile day. Ended up doing 15 miles over Blood Mountain, completely frozen. It was pretty bananas. So yeah, it's been pretty gnarly. We definitely deserve today. Very grateful to have it. Look at that. All right, some nice pines starting to pop up. There's some pines up on that ridge. So yeah, terrain's starting to change a little bit. I'm excited to see what today has to offer. Join me, will ya? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and last night was one of actually the first real cold night. The top of the tent's a little frozen with some droplets, but nothing too crazy. It could have gotten a lot worse. I'm gonna try to make it to the base of Blood Mountain today, to summit tomorrow, and get into mountain crossings to dry off some gear and get a little rest. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick look here. See, these water droplet things are actually frozen, completely solid. See the ice on there? Nothing too bad, just gonna get worse. Pro tip: camping near a ridge makes it 10 times colder. What's up, guys? Alright, it's Saturday. I believe it's day 4. It's a pretty good night. It's super cold. I camped next to on a tent pad that was by a ridge. Super cold. Won't make that mistake again tonight. We're going up about 1,000 feet, and that'll be our campsite. Blood Mountain Shelter is about 200 feet lower in elevation than the tent spots, a little bit further up, so that's a consideration if I want to stay warmer. But yeah, cloudy day. Looks like Bob wants to poke his head out, but every time he does, the clouds take over. It iced a little last night. It rained for about 3 hours. There's a little bit of moisture on my sleeping bag this morning, but the inside is dry. My tent was completely dry, so I'm assuming that was just my breath. I think you breathe out 1 liter of water a night. Anybody knows that that's bullshit, write down in the comments. But here in about 5 minutes, I should get trail magic number 2. I just got done chatting with Rhetoric. He's an English professor in Colorado. Super charismatic guy. Love him. Super funny. He was telling me he got Giardia his first time through. Still hiked 1,200 miles on it, shitting his brains out. He was also telling me he almost got killed on trail, but it was too long of a story to tell, so hopefully I get that info later. So yeah, here we go. Let's have a good day. Looks like we're pulling up to the trail magic now. It's Freshgrounds who does it. Let's go check this out. These pancakes are amazing. Okay. Some fresh ground coffee.
I was actually
incredible.
out of bananas, and then what's his name again? The guy on the van. What was his name?
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Here at the Trail Magic, and Bad Bat made these amazing looking bakeries, I guess it would be called.
You make videos?
I do.
Rock on!
And then this is Bad Bat. She made all this, all these like goodies right here, and Fresh Ground is over here, just hooking it up.
Hey, hey.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're
Making him some coffee.
Yes. Oh man, much needed. Thank you so much. 33 miles today. An hour and a half in since I stopped at breakfast. Oh man, what a great breakfast. It's banana blueberry pancakes with Vermont maple syrup. It's fucking delicious. But, ooh-wee! Look at that. Lovely. I think we're about to drop into Woody's Gap. Shit looks so beautiful up here. Look at that. Can you believe this is where I live right now? Can you believe it? Fuck yeah. Beautiful little camp spot right here. Overview right there. Looks cold. Let's keep going. Beautiful little vista here. 3.5 miles, so only half a mile from the other one. Going up that mountain next. Beautiful. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we're about a mile up trail. It's about 4.5 miles in, and I want to show you guys this lovely water source. It's like miniature cascading waterfall. Really pretty though. way down the hill. I have about 3/4 of a liter of Gatorade thanks to the Freshgrounds and the trail magic that himself and goodness, Bad Bat put on. She's really cool. I was following her on YouTube a little bit before coming out here. I like her vibe. But yeah, she made some really lovely pound cake, like, I don't know what you would call it, bread, pound bread or something like that. It has like banana bread, that's what it's called. Chocolate banana bread, so good, super good, vegan, or not vegan, but gluten-free, which was very thoughtful of her, because, you know, a lot of people out here with them food intolerances and shit. Yeah. You get 4 pancakes, a banana. It was so good. Gave me tons of fuel. 4.5 miles in. We'll see how far I get today. 10 miles, 12 miles, 15 miles, probably not. It's gonna be really cold tonight. Climb fucking sucked. It's fucking cold. All right, man, I think it's dropped maybe 10 degrees in the past 30 minutes after dropping into Woody's Gap and coming up Blood Mountain Reserve or whatever it's called up here. It's cold. I tried calling to the Above the Clouds hostel. I was convinced by rhetoric when I was eating breakfast. They're full, which means a lot of people are dumping off the trail because there wasn't even that many around us. So climbing into Blood Mountain Wilderness was definitely a little intimidating. It's fucking cold, but that's why I brought my ski jacket, shell, 16 ounces. It's heavy, but I would be freezing right now if I just had my frog togs, because I don't like getting my puffy wet while I hike, because I need that at night to keep me warm. Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad I brought the ski jacket. It's like North Face, like rain jacket type of thing. Oh shit. Yeah, it's cold. It's gonna get colder. I'm gonna try to bust out these miles so I can make it to the shelter in the next 3 hours, which should put me there at 3 p.m. It's gonna be fucking freezing by the time I get done. All right, let's get doing some miles. Guys, I'm about 7.5 miles in. I dropped down about 500 feet in elevation. It's funny, I just noticed that all the trees are starting to get this white frozen layer on top of them. It's looking fucking gorgeous. Literally everything just turned white. So beautiful. We out here getting it done. It's fucking cold. Love it.